Alright, next battle, Northern Seaward Territory. Prepared for the battles to come, the Federation army marches for Fargus, taking its first steps in its war against the Church and the Kingdom, but an old adversary bars your way. We fighting Gerald's group? Question mark, question mark, question mark. The most intimidating chapter name ever.
So, the time has finally come to invade the kingdom. Fargus is a region with a strong tradition of knighthood. I expect a fearsome opposition.
What? Are you scared, Lawrence?
Do not be ridiculous. Of course I am not frightened. Why must you insist on teasing me like this?
Keep a careful eye on your surroundings as we approach the border. You never know where the enemy's scouts could be hiding.
We're still a ways off from the border. I think we can afford to relax for the moment.
Enemy attack!
Or not.
Did the kingdom get the jump on us?
No, Your Majesty. That flag the enemy's flying, it's General Randolph's.
Randolph? That boy must hate you so much he came back from beyond the grave to haunt you.
You mean as a ghost? Oh, this can't be happening.
Well, Lysithea can't participate in this battle.
Lysithea, please, calm down.
Maybe Randolph's family figured out what happened and are out for revenge.
Well, if that's the case, I doubt they'd be interested in hearing my excuses. We can't afford to exhaust ourselves here. Steady on, everyone. Prepare for battle.
Come on, Arval. Seriously?
Oh. We're talking in our headspace again.
You can't drag me off to sleep like this when the battle's about to start.
Sorry, but we need to talk.
Oh, what now?
Do you remember the warning I once gave you?
No.
Well, I've been struck by a similar premonition now. Something feels wrong. Very wrong.
Last time this happened, the Ashen Demon showed up and nearly sent me to an early grave. Are you telling me that's who we're facing here?
Hard to say for sure. But the feeling's worse this time around. Stronger.
You just like sensing Sothis?
If the Ashen Demon does appear on the battlefield today, I fear we will witness something terrible, an act far more dangerous than we previously imagined.
Okay, this
Whatever's happening, I'm just gonna have to stop
is
it.
some dumb foreshadowing. Let's just get to it.
So long as you don't put yourself in any unnecessary danger, yes.
Like, just let it happen.
Remember,
What's the need of this
your
scene?
death would cut both of our destinies far too short.
Drive back the Imperial Army. Okay. Lord Judith is routed. Your actions in this battle will greatly impact the outcome of the story. Say what? Oh, Yuri's here. Persuade. Assign armored units. I'll get all the Ashen Wolves after this. Assign an armored unit to protect a target. Decrease the durability of all enemy strongholds. Though it seems like it's only highlighting the first 4. Anti-sword training. Grant Swordbreaker to stronghold captains. Here, let's assign an armored unit to protect someone. I guess. 15 minutes, 1500 kills. Okay, let's start.
They're attacking from the caves and the mountains. Defeat the closest enemies first to secure the area.
Okay, defeat the Warlock and their allies, targeting Claude. Let's see.
Enemy forces are nothing to sneeze at. Is this really just Randolph's family?
Whoever they are, they're most likely after you. Everyone, do not allow His Majesty to fall.
Butcher's Knight isn't dead yet? Die.
Some of these
Don't worry, I won't slack off.
Murder those people.
soldiers don't seem like they're with the Imperial Army. Maybe they're mercenaries?
So, they've got some mercenaries on their side, eh? I've got a sneaking suspicion I know who they hired.
Alright. That's them taken care of. Then my allies can take care of the dudes in the south.
No time to slow down.
At least we should be able to drive them back quickly enough. But you attract more trouble than honey does flies, Your Majesty.
Okay, he's dead.
Sorry, Judith. I promise I'll pay you back in full someday.
Alright, they're all dead.
We have managed to secure the area.
These places opened up.
It doesn't look like they're going to lay down their arms. What would you have us do, Your Majesty? Launch a counteroffensive?
Not when we don't know the full extent of their forces. Could you all search the area and see what info you can dig up?
Quickly get information on the enemy. How do I do that exactly? This is strong. So both of those need to be seized. Oh, this one opened.
They've spotted me. Now I've no choice but to engage them.
Eloise?
Eloise? Does that mean Gerald's mercenaries are among our enemies?
Which way here? Beat Eloise to get the information? Okay. Where's he at?
Those are the scouts we dispatched earlier. They might have some relevant information.
Need the recon soldier to get information on the enemy. Ah.
All right, take it down.
I bear you no ill will, but it was your choice to come within striking distance.
Okay, Eloise.
Couldn't even buy us any time. How am I supposed to face Flash and the captain now?
Eloise temporarily retreated.
You're battling
Dropped a
Gerald's
rainbow
mercenaries
jar.
after all. And this Flash person, are they an Imperial general?
I need to go this way.
Wait, does that mean the Blade Breaker and Ashen Demon are here?
Well, this went downhill fast. We need to find out where they are.
Continue gathering information. Okay, Raphael captured the place.
Mercenaries again? No. This is no time to hesitate. I'll fight them.
Okay, looks like I can't go any farther this way. Oh, they've almost dealt with these people. I guess I don't need to switch down there. I'll just let them finish it.
You did well to survive that. We're currently trying to pin down the mercenaries' location. Do you know anything about it?
Yes, my lord. It looks like they've taken up a position in the forest.
Okay, got information.
Now we know who we're up against and where they are. That gives us the initiative.
A bunch more people showed up. Ooh, this opened up.
Gerald's mercenaries are a formidable force. We need to find a way to split them off from the Imperial army. I'll act as a decoy and lure out the Ashen Demon. I'm counting on you all. Don't let me die.
No promises. Oop. Bishop and their allies appeared and are advancing on Claude. Attack.
I'll do my best.
And then I, as Shez, will deal with these guys.
Of the Federation, and you want to act as a decoy? Does sovereignty have no meaning to you?
Hey, kings make for great decoys. Who wouldn't want to go for a king?
Precisely because I am king. If you're so worried, then you'll just have to protect me.
Okay, let's head down. I'll go this way. Oh, kill you in the way.
Got you.
Just you wait. I'll catch up to you in no time.
Yuri appeared.
They told me my mission was to exact revenge. I suppose I'll have to earn
Where is
the
he?
advance they paid me.
Oh, he's right here. Wait, is he dead? Oh my gosh. I almost killed him by accident.
Okay, that hurts. We can't go any farther.
Can I get the thing, please? The strategy?
Secure a path forward.
That's Yuri. Hold on. Let me try and talk some sense into him.
Yes, come on. Okay, hold on. Wait for the thing. There it is. Okay. Would you stop being so pathetic?
Well,
Oh my god.
put it that way. I guess I would prefer not to get butchered.
Alright, last Ashen Wolf is recruited. Where's this guy at?
Randolph's younger sister is also in the Imperial Army. Maybe that's who this Place person is.
Alright, he's dealt with.
And then she's here to avenge her brother. Can't say I blame her.
Okay, Raphael beat that guy. Oh yeah, see, Constance went over there, now she's going right back.
Just do as I planned.
Okay, stay there.
You presume to break my ironclad defense?
Did Leonie kill the guy that was over here? I guess she did. Claude's moving. Okay. Let's go, Claude. Dude, everyone else is over here. Oh my gosh, you guys don't need to be way over here. And you go over here.
Make them back.
Stop being in like the worst position. Okay, Claude is over here.
There's the Ashen Demon. Let's hope they take the bait.
Claude began luring Byleth.
Charge too far ahead. This is so dangerous. I need to fall back.
That's the King of Leicester. Here I go.
Leonie,
Let him
deal with this guy.
Even if this works, I don't want to engage yet. You all cover me on my way back?
Okay. Avoid engaging Byleth and help Claude retreat safely, okay?
He purposely charges ahead only to immediately retreat. He must be plotting something.
Come here, Shez.
You must kill him, please. I don't care about anything else as long as he's dead.
Come that way. What if I go this way?
But there's no need to try and defeat the Ashen Demon. It's like asking to get killed.
This is our chance to slay the Ashen Demon. We can fight without
come on.
anyone getting in our way.
Oh, let's also to Claude and stop advancing.
Side of him. Where'd he go?
Swordmaster appeared in attack Claude. What the heck? I can go this way.
You're trying to get in our way. Well, I'm not gonna let you.
Special this guy.
Are you ready?
Give me a key.
I'll show you what I can do. Captain approved.
I didn't hit this guy. Okay, let's go kill that Swordmaster. Okay, get out of here. Okay, so I have two options here to, it says avoid engaging Byleth and also face and defeat Byleth. So this must have been the, oh, she's an enlightened one now. This must have been like the choice, the important choice that it mentioned is probably to fight Byleth or not. I'm just gonna stick with Claude's plan.
Planned. I shall
Okay,
take it
I
from
can send
here.
you out that way. Okay.
Let's take it down at once.
What's my time looking like, by the way? Time and kills? Okay. Oh, Byleth's moving again.
I'm not handing this place over to anyone.
Swordmaster appeared. Do you have a freaking rapier? How do I switch again?
Hold this position.
Here we go. Get rid of him.
Let's show them how mercenaries fight.
We'll do it together. I've got you now.
Okay. I'll take that. Mycen appeared.
Best chance to eliminate. A little assistance.
I remember this guy. P. Mycen.
An ambush? The way out is in sight. You must defeat them and break through.
You're all descendants of the most inconsequential of beasts, and your deaths will fuel our grand ambition.
I wanna know what you're trying to do.
Shut up and die.
Way, or you're dead.
Impossible. It can't be. I suppose we cannot make any more gains here. No sense in sticking around. Let's...
Else? Okay. These two are still here. They should probably move.
I've got it. Need some backup?
Head out that way.
Please, excuse me. I'm...
Get out of there.
What a creep! Who was that?
My turn.
I'm all right.
Hold this position.
With some more durability. I'll take that. Oh, this is more. Okay. Almost full again. Oh, Byleth is coming some more. Let me swap over to Constance
Hi, here I go.
real quick. And go grab the chest. Accessory, okay. Alright.
Not a problem. I'm here.
Yeah, just stick to Claude.
I'm not a child.
I was worried I was gonna get a sword in my back. Hey, Judith, is everything ready?
It's been ready. Now, block the entrances to the caves.
Okay.
What they were up to? Why haven't I heard anything from the mercenaries? I'll just have to do it myself then.
Assassin and their allies appeared and advancing on Claude. Well, they're way away from him.
Take her out while the Ashen Demon's gone.
Okay. Blast all these people. They're not dead. Symbol altar. And fire!
I'll stay in the stronghold
There you go.
and defend
Melt
His
reaction.
Majesty. Everyone else, go after Flesh.
Okay, so do need a few more kills, so let's keep killing people. I still have the option to face Byleth, interestingly enough.
The Ashen Demon broke through and is trying to get to Fleisch. We can't let that happen.
They'll never know what hit him.
I waited for you. You promised you'd come back.
Oh. Okay, down she goes.
There for me.
I wasn't fast enough.
We were too late. Not much we can do now.
Was Geraldton even in this battle?
Your employer is dead and we have you surrounded. I think it would be wise to lay down your arms, don't you?
Looks like we have no choice.
Gerald's mercenaries have surrendered. That wraps up this battle.
can I say? You got us. You rolled right over us and took out our employer. I know when it's time to raise the white flag.
Wait, that's it? You're giving up?
Well, of course.
We've faced you in battle
What else is
many
he gonna do?
times, only to be bested at every turn.
Yeah, you've pretty much run us out of business by now. It's not easy finding new clients in the best of times. And no matter how good our reputation is, none of it matters if we can't actually win. At this rate, I'll have to stop calling myself the Blade Breaker.
In that case, can I interest you in a contract with the Leicester Federation?
You want to hire us?
I know we've been at each other's throats since before this Federation was even a thing. But you're mercenaries. You were only fighting to hold up your end of the deal with the Empire, right? And now that your employer is gone, you're free to serve whichever side you please. There's no dishonor in working for a new client.
Yeah, you should join us. I mean, by now we all know firsthand how strong you are. And sure, there might be some folks here and there who have reservations about you fighting on our side, but they'll definitely come around once they see how dependable you are.
What do you say? I doubt the Empire will have any jobs for us after all of this. No better time for a fresh start.
I agree. What about you, Alois? I know Leicester's another enemy of the Knights of Seros.
I've already made my decision. I have sworn to follow this fine captain wherever he goes. If my old allies want to come grill me over a fire, I'll just have to make myself more obscure.
What are your old allies, cannibals?
That's a good one.
If I don't slay my foes by the sword, I will do so by the joke.
Byleth is not amused.
Well, I guess that's that. Just tell us when we start. I'll go talk to the group and smooth things over. You two, stay here with the client.
Got it, thanks.
Understood, Captain.
Glad to hear it. I guess we better tell the troops about our new friends here.
So what does Arval think about this? He really wanted us to fight Byleth. I don't trust Arval, I'm not going for that. MVP Shez, obviously, I basically played it for the whole stage. Byleth is now playable. Wait, is Byleth's class Silverheart? What the heck is a Silverheart? What happened to Enlightened One? Yuri's a trickster? Geralt's a holy knight.
Captain, I can't believe we're going to be fighting together.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so... This is so...
All right, let's just keep those tears in check, Leone. There's no need to make a scene.
What if he was like, who are you again?
Why is Leone crying?
Apparently, that mercenary captain trained her when she was a kid. She hasn't seen him for years.
Oh? And you must be the famed Ashen Demon, yes? Allow me to welcome you to the Federation.
I'm so glad you're on our side now. You know, now that I can see you up close, you really aren't that terrifying after all. Would you mind demonstrating your power for me later? I'm curious to see if it's crest related.
Yeah, something like that.
And hey, if you ever need a lifting buddy, you just let me know.
As you can see, we're thrilled to have you here. You know, it feels strange somehow. It's as if some part of me has been calling out to you this whole time.
I'm just happy to have another powerful ally on our team. Aren't you, Miriam?
Huh? Oh, yes. It's a pleasure to be working with you.
The pleasure's all ours. Isn't that right, kid?
It looks like everyone's happy to have them on board. I guess I had nothing to worry about after all. With all due apologies to Randolph's sister, I think it's time we moved on. Hey, wait a minute. Where'd my favorite mercenary go?
Sorry about all this, Arval. I know you've only been giving me your powers because you want me to beat the Ashen Demon.
Don't worry about it. It's for the best, right? For all my doomsaying, everything seems to be right as rain. Recruiting Geralt's mercenaries and the Ashen Demon was the right choice.
I hope you're right.
What's wrong? Feeling lost now that you don't have an enemy to chase around the countryside?
Wonder what happens if you do fight Byleth. Nah.
I'm not lost. I know exactly what I've got to do. win this war.
Yeah, we got a war to keep our attention.
I'm gonna help Claude and my friends usher in a new age in Fodlan. Well, any snarky follow-up for that?
I suppose that's a fine goal. It's certainly worthy of the powers you command. If that's what you want, then I'll just have to help you achieve it. After all, I'm your partner in destiny. I'm here for you and you alone.
I think I'll go ahead and save on a new save slot. Just in case.
Golden Wildfire. The sword swings wide. Despite Flaish's attack, the Federation reaffirms their alliance with the Empire and finally begins their invasion of the kingdom. Seeing that Fargus is readying for battle, Claude plans for a short engagement. With a cunning scheme at the ready, his army trespasses into Fraldarius territory.
Thank you for coming, everyone.
Oh.
Sedith, we are grateful
Who
you
the
could
heck is
join
that
us.
guy? Must be some Fargus noble I don't know.
I would be remiss to ignore something that so clearly concerns the Church. We are here to discuss the latest developments in Leicester, correct?
Indeed. I think it's safe to say that Claude's reinvention of the region and collaboration with the Empire came as a complete shock to us all.
I know, right?
Thus far, we have been able to dedicate our forces solely to the battle with the Empire in the west. Now we must dispatch troops to the east as well.
The Federation's military force is hardly significant. We shouldn't have to divert much attention from the Western Front.
I would not be so optimistic. Not after what happened in Aeon.
Margrave Gautier, that makes
If
sense.
you recall, the Knights of Seros were completely wiped out.
Yes, it was a terrible loss. We didn't even have time to send reinforcements. It still pains me to think on what became of Catherine. We heard her unit encountered the Imperial Army, but the complete lack of survivors strikes me as suspicious.
I see. You believe the Federation may have had a hand in the matter.
Precisely. Furthermore, the territories of Burgundy, Seward, and Albany previously wished to defect to our side, but have since reversed their positions. Perhaps their sudden change of heart can be attributed to this incident as well.
If only we'd been able to welcome those houses to the kingdom, we would have a slightly stronger position in the east.
The Church initially acted as an intermediary with those houses, but I fear it would be too risky to continue now. I'm sorry.
Considering their iffy loyalty, they wouldn't have been reliable anyway. If we'd taken them in, we'd just be regretting it now.
That may be true, but it is yet another card we are no longer able to play. Our options now are severely limited.
All we can do is hold the Western Front, and watch the Federation like a hawk to see what their next move will be.
I know we are not privy to the details of the pact between the Empire and the Federation, but would it be safe to assume that the followers of Seros in Leicester have abandoned the Central Church in favor of the Southern Church?
They've certainly severed ties with the Central Church, but it seems they have elevated the Eastern Church instead.
And the Empire allowed that?
They must have figured the war was turning against them and made that concession to secure Leicester's cooperation.
The Eastern Church. How is Fargus to survive when we're beset by enemies to the east, west, and even north?
The north? Huh. Are you dealing with some people from northern places like, what's it called, Shreng?
I think it is time we devote ourselves to finding an answer to that question.
Well, we've managed to secure the immediate area. I'd say that makes our landing a success.
Clearly, the kingdom was not expecting our sudden appearance this far north.
They sure weren't. A certain somebody's suggestion to take the unexpected route was right on target.
Technically speaking, it was my suggestion.
I didn't hear you make that suggestion.
I was just talking off the top of my head. I didn't think we'd actually be able to invade by sea.
Maybe
so that's
it was
what
off
they
the
did.
top of your head, but I considered a myriad of options before arriving at that proposal.
And we have Nadir to thank for helping us make our sea dreams come true.
Oh, it was easy enough. All I had to do was secure an official order from the king. None of our merchants would dare disobey that.
You managed to convince the King of Elmyra to sign off on this?
So did we get like Almiran merchant ships to take us across?
Isn't exactly the word I'd use. I merely placed the paperwork in front of him at an early hour, when he might not have been fully awake.
What?
You did what now? It sounds to me like he had no idea what he was signing.
I mean, hey, if he's willing to just sign stuff without looking at it, that's his own problem.
It's not as if it's a big deal. We just borrowed a few boats for a bit.
And let's not forget all the assistance Margrave Edmund gave us either.
That's right. Being able to use his ports certainly cut down the length of our voyage.
I'm glad my adoptive father was able to help. Shortened though it was, I can't say my stomach enjoyed the trip.
Good to see you're all as relaxed as ever. But let's get back on task. Our plan's working so far, but we've still got a lot to do. I just hope our little invitation was accepted.
Invitation?
The Srang forces saw our movements just as we planned.
Ah.
They've been inspired to strike, and soon, I expect.
So now we're cooperating with Shrang, who must have been the northern people attacking Fargus.
It's possible they're already marching on Gautier territory.
If that's the case, then we can't afford to stand around talking about it. We'll head out as soon as we're ready. We'll make our way through Fraldaria's territory and strike Ferdiad, the kingdom's capital.
Okay, Shez and Leonie, A rank.
Oh, it's the captain.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why is Geralt involved in this?
This should be an easy job for you.
I'll report back when it's done.
Sounds good. We're gonna take care of some other matters in the meantime.
What the heck is Leonie doing?
Why are you making that noise, Leonie? You got an upset stomach or something?
No, I don't. You know how the captain and his mercenaries joined forces with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so glad you get to fight with him again. Oh, wait. This is the first time you two are actually fighting together, right?
Yep. I haven't seen him since we parted ways when I was a kid. I've never been in a battle with him or anything. So, yeah, I'm happy, but... No! I can't take it!
What the heck is going on? Is it Byleth?
Wait a minute. Is this about his kid?
Yeah. Though we're practically
Figures.
the same age.
I mean, Leonie didn't really like Byleth at first in Three Houses either.
But only one of us has the captain's full confidence and a cool nickname. We're both mercenaries for crying out loud, and I was the captain's first apprentice.
But you're not family. You can bet that Geralt would have trained any child of his from birth. A whole lot longer than you.
Ugh, you have a point there.
And if you want to talk about age, Alois has been with him since their knight days. Which means it's likely that he was actually Geralt's first apprentice, right?
No.
Hey, you're right. I didn't even think about that.
In any case, it's kind of a given you wouldn't be on the same level. I mean, they haven't just studied under Geralt. They've had years of on-the-job training with him. Plus, you don't have any weird powers.
Well, neither does Alois. Unless you want to count his puns as a weird power. I guess you could do that.
You mean like you do?
Yeah, but our powers are completely different. To be honest, I want to best the Ashen Demon too. I've been striving to do that this whole time, but still haven't managed to pull it off.
Is that right? You know, even if we teamed up, I'm not so sure we'd win.
Oh, well, let's go back to that last battle and find out.
I don't know about that. With the two of us together, I think we might actually have a shot at it. In fact, I think my money would be on us. Want to set up a challenge sometime and see what happens?
I'm all for it. After all, the captain has a saying. Better to fight dirty and win than play fair and lose.
Yeah, that sounds like Geralt. For a mercenary, all that matters is the outcome.
I think Leonie says this line to Lawrence when they train together. That's funny.
Exactly. You know, I'm really glad you're here.
Same goes for you, Leonie. Now let's stay sharp and show the Ashen Demon up our own way.
Okay, that's their A rank. Oh, I have another support? Oh, with Constance.
Needless to say, that is the only logical course of action. Excuse me, are you even listening?
I just got here.
Sorry, I got distracted and missed the last part. Something about your plan to restore House Nouvelle?
That was where the conversation started. Clearly you have not listened listen to a single word I've said. Creating new magic, charting unknown sorcery waters. Therein lies the means to make my dream a reality. To that end, I have decided that you will make a most fitting test subject for my research.
What kind of research are we talking about?
No thanks.
What reason could you possibly have to refuse? Do you not want the honor of helping House Nouvelle regain its former glory?
I don't mind lending a hand, but I'm not so keen on being a test subject. You don't even know what'll happen. Wouldn't it make sense to experiment on yourself first?
Huh. A rather astute deduction for one such as yourself. However, there is one critical flaw in your reasoning. Were I to do as you propose, I would be unable to properly observe the results with my own eyes.
Well then, you'll just have to be patient until someone volunteers. We'd have a big problem on our hands if something happened to me before the next battle, right? Actually, that probably goes for everyone.
I suppose you are correct. But then, my research has reached an impasse.
I guess so. Okay, how about this? Since we're at war, why not try and distinguish yourself in battle? You could still conduct your research at the same time. Combat's more my wheelhouse anyway. In fact, we could even start right now with some training. What do you say?
I respectfully decline. While I am not entirely opposed to the idea of military prestige, I am unable to accompany you at this time. Training at night will surely suffice.
At night? But you won't have enough time if you don't train during the day. You're not planning on pulling all-nighters, are you?
Oh, please! I am not that foolish. I simply do not wish to train at this very moment.
Persuade her with logic, encourage her, or leave her be. I mean, let's just go with persuade with logic.
If you work out at night, that means you're going to bed right after. That's gonna reduce the quality of your sleep. You'll wake up sluggish the next morning, which will drag you down all day. It'll turn into a vicious cycle. See what I mean?
My! I never expected you to put forth such an eloquent counter-argument. Be that as it may, I have my reasons. Reasons that I, unfortunately, cannot ignore. Nevertheless, I shall succeed in all my endeavors, be they magical or military, and I shall do it all in my own way.
Okay, Constance. Battle on the coast. Kingdom troops line the beach to stop the Federation as it makes landfall, seize the strongholds, and continue the advance.
Let's get started.
Okay, random bishop. I don't care.
No time.
The bishop stopped the magic attack.
Shall we take up position here?
Attack! Give them no quarter!
Okay, just murdered all those people.
I'm sorry. We weren't strong enough. Can't fight like this. I'm bleeding all over the place.
What a nuisance! I'm not a child.
Save the sniper. Relax.
Hooray! The sweet smell of success.
The enemy commander dude appeared.
Have my fill of bloodshed.
I'm not a child.
Point.
No time to slow down.
We've got it under control.
I'm pissed now.
Bam. Now die.
Out of my way.
I freaking love Assassin Lysathia.
Woohoo! No one's a match for my fraud.
Just complete. Flawless victory. Is that for like finishing a stage without ever getting hit or something?
The Sreng army aims to strike? But we just drove them back a few months ago.
Oh,
The
they're coming
last
again.
incursion involved only a portion of
It's
their
Gilbert.
might. This may be the work of those who did not take part in the previous attack. Fortunately, it would seem their forces are few in number. Even so, we can ill afford any interference with the Margrave's work.
It's been almost 14 years since King Lambert and I fought the Sreng armies together. They have always been a warlike people.
If they've learned that Fargus is in crisis, they would jump at the chance to take advantage of it.
So then the question is, who informed them of our current difficulties?
Are you in here, Boar? We've got a problem.
He just calls him that to his face in a situation like this. Just, hey, Boar.
What is it, Felix?
The Federation army has invaded Fraldaria's territory. They're marching westward as we speak.
The Federation? But how? I thought our eastern border was sufficiently prepared.
They came by sea in giant ships and took over a port town on our eastern shore.
Since when does Leicester have a navy capable of transporting a full army?
That's what I'd like to know. But whatever the answer, they're here now.
No matter how big the ships, there are always limits to how large a seaborne invasion can be.
That's true, which means they'll want to avoid any unnecessary conflict. I would expect them to march directly west.
So they're going for the capital then. We need to stop them before they reach it. A job for the Shield of Fargus, if I've ever heard one. I'll go home and get ready to intercept them.
Your Majesty, I ask that you permit me leave to do the same. As the former lord of Fraldaria's territory, I cannot turn a blind eye to these interlopers.
Understood. I will send you some of my personal soldiers as reinforcements. Just promise me you'll both come back alive.
That's probably not going to happen, unfortunately. What do we got? Claude and Leonie? No, Claude and... Oh, Claude and Constance. Okay.
Once again, I have accomplished a most triumphant feat.
Oh.
Behold,
What
my
have you done?
awe-inspiring talent! From these hands is new magic born. But I mustn't rest on my laurels quite yet. Nay, I must aim for ever more spectacular heights.
Hey, Constance, you got a second?
Claude, of all people, you may enter.
Up to some of your old experiments, huh? Perfect timing.
How dare you speak of me as though I am some non-entity to be slotted into your schedule?
Did what he say come off like that? That's a interesting way to put it.
Whoa, okay. Hang on. I just heard you were researching some interesting magic.
Ha ha ha! You have heard correctly! I have created a new spell which can affect both the style and length of one's hair!
Oh, that's useful.
There is no questioning this heralds a revolution that will sweep all of Fodlan!
Revolutions aside, that sounds like an incredible spell. Care to give me a little demonstration? This is great. If I can change my hairstyle at will, I'll be able to slip out of all kinds of sticky situations.
Of course! And you shall be my first test subject.
Alright, let's go.
You're first? Hold on. This idea's not sounding quite so clever anymore.
Just do it, Claude.
Take this!
Did it work?
Oh, slowly scrolling up. This is not going to show us.
Beyond my wildest imaginings! Why, your hair is now more resplendent than ever!
I want to see
I
it.
appreciate the sentiment, but I still don't know. Wait, why is my head hard?
Probably because there's a skull inside?
Ow! It's so sharp it hurt my hand. I really don't think this hairstyle's gonna catch on. I look like an angry cat that fell into a bathtub.
And now you know what it means to be ahead of your time. Unconventional though it may be, your hairstyle is objectively flawless.
This isn't exactly ideal for keeping a low profile. I couldn't even wear a hat without tearing right through the thing.
Inconceivable! You are given the rare honor of being the subject of my magic, yet all you can think to do is whinge and complain.
Whinge? Is that like a fancy way to say whine?
If that is to be your response, why did you rush to my side the moment I completed the experiment?
Yeah, I guess things turned out a bit differently than I'd been led to believe. Still, it is some pretty incredible magic. I doubt anyone else could even come close.
You sound as though you're consoling me, yet I have not failed in the slightest.
No, I'm not calling it a failure per se. It's just that the applications might be rather,
You will come to rue those words.
Okay. Who's Leonie support with? Is it Gerald? Oh, it is Gerald. Okay, let's go.
Captain,
You again, Leone? What is it today?
Seeing as you're strong as ever, Captain Gerald, I was hoping you'd train with me.
Your eyes are playing tricks. I'm an old man. I'd never be able to keep up with you kids at the rate you're improving.
You can't mean that. I'm nowhere near a match for you. But hearing that kind of praise from my hero makes me want to devote myself to training even more.
Aren't you a little old for childhood heroes?
Maybe.
I
But
know,
I'm
right?
still happy. I worked my whole life to be a mercenary like you after all. And now I get to fight at your side? Dreams really do come true.
I'm glad. It's not often childhood dreams actually come to pass. I recall you always scampering a few paces behind me as a kid. You'd stare at me and ask all kinds of questions, even when I was clearly too busy to answer.
Well, I was just hoping you'd teach me about martial arts and tactics and that kind of thing. Before your job ended and you left, I mean.
You couldn't have learned much. I wasn't there long. Yet here you are, standing strong and tall. You have no one but yourself to thank for that. You grew up without any guidance from this old captain. I'm glad to call you my apprentice.
Thank you.
Even though he
I
said,
promise to make you proud.
what was it? You grew up without guidance from me, but you're my apprentice. Okay. I'm sure that's how that works.
And one day, I'm going to surpass you. That's my new dream.
That's the spirit.
And I'm not just surpassing you, but your kid, too. I had no idea they were so strong.
Guess the topic never came up when I was in Son. We've both been through a lot.
I'm jealous about all the time you two got to spend traveling together. I bet their strength is due to your instruction.
All I did was teach the basics of merc life. Natural talents likely behind the swordsmanship and tactical ability.
Which means normal folks like me have to put in 100 times the effort just to catch up.
Don't sell yourself short. I wouldn't have taken you on if you didn't have talent.
What you don't have is the ghost of a goddess inside of you giving you powers. The bandits based out of Conan Tower are wreaking havoc on the surrounding area. Though this is enemy territory, the Federation cannot turn a blind eye. Bandits must be eliminated. Okay? Let's go.
I'm not a child.
Knowing when to retreat is a vital strategy. Job well done, if I do say so myself.
Goodbye, Knight. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and jump right into this, which is reach Fraldarius territory. Prevent any further advance, the Kingdom Army has mounted a massive offensive. Defend the strongholds and repel their assault. Let's go.
Tables lickety-split. I'm not a child.
Those armor knights get melted. I can't handle the magic damage. Pinball. Fire.
Forgive my inept technique.
Shoot out my giant balls of whatever.
The rest is up to you.
Unfortunate for
Balls. Use the bishop.
all would be
Get rid of the
lost
bandit.
if I were to die here. All would be lost if I were to die here.
Let's pinball you.
Retreat.
Blast.
Easy. Forgive my
Balls.
Looks like that's it for us.
Fire. There's balls everywhere. Oh, Felix appeared.
Unfortunate for us both.
Let's have a little.
I have plenty of time. Just keep casting spells. Boom. And fire.
Yeah.
You guys want some balls? This is Reinforces
I
nice.
shall not forget
Boom.
your final moments.
So reliable.
Unfortunate crossbow.
So that's how it is.
Perhaps the enemy was asleep.
What's going on over here? Thimble. Hello, base captain. Want some balls?
I'm not a child.
Stand in my way and I'll cut you down.
Hello, Felix.
We'll be taking this now. No time to slow down. Death will be your penance.
Just gonna throw all my stuff at you and kill you.
Out of my way.
Not dead yet.
I'm not a child.
Boom. Have another dark spikes. Pop, 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 pop. Boom. Not dead yet? Die. I guess I should try and do this battle. I can only use male units, which is unfortunate. But we gotta get it done.
Face me if you dare.
Schwack. Hello, Wyvern Lord.
Mission will grant us an advantage.
Bye, Wyvern Lord. Take those.
See? We mercenaries know how to get things done.
Alright, no problem with the male-only stage. I was a little worried about it, but that's just more pirate stuff. Another restricted battle. Let's go. No dodging should be no problem.
He won't last at this rate. We need assistance.
Just getting laser beam.
This was your greatest enemy.
Whole thing. Get zapped. The sniper and the grappler.
You shall pay for this. You hear? Job well done, if I do say so
The grappler.
myself.
Thimble. And I'll special you.
At my feet.
Yes. Grovel. Super rainbow lightning. Oh, he's not dead? Now you're dead.
You shall pay for this. You hear? Job well done, if I do say so myself.
It exploded. Free for all. Kingdom reinforcements on route to Fraldaria's territory have been attacked by bandits. Take advantage of chaos and eliminate them all. Okay, let's just jump right into this.
All right, take it down.
Oh my god, just a big light explosion. Dead. Some nice camera angles.
That was pretty good.
Kinda feels weird to have Leonie just busting out all this magic. Okay, I think we're done.
Fight again, but the result would be the same.
Stage complete.